So I've talked a lot about the good stuff and the good memories, and I needed that to get me into a place where I can actually look at our breakup with a bunch of kindness. There was a comment on the last video which was like, oh, you guys are going to probably end up together. We're not. The boundary that was crossed was pretty significant, and it had been set at the beginning of our relationship. But his decline started in around December of 2022. We had just gone through the pandemic, and actually we went through it with flying colors. We were both essential workers. I was in healthcare at the time. He worked for another public service, and we were expected to work throughout the pandemic. And that was actually okay. It was really nice being on the road, to be honest with you, when there were no cars and like nobody was out. So there was a sense of peace in the world that I don't think I've experienced before, and I won't experience again in my life, I'm pretty sure. I know that's a horrible way to talk about such a traumatic experience for so many people. I'm really sorry. My experience was really interesting. And because we got together through the pandemic, we ended up spending a lot of time together. We were in each other's bubble. We actually spent and got to know each other. We talked every single day. We had so much in common. We were, it was a lot of work. We bonded over our shared love of Tolkien because, frankly, I'm a dork, and I'm okay with that. And at the end of 2022, his mental health started declining, and I didn't clock it at the time, but he was drinking, and he was drinking a lot. And it was all forcing this, I think it was a reckoning with his trauma. He has a lot of abandonment trauma. And what ended up happening is he just ended up withdrawing. He was drinking more. And by July of that year, I was deeply concerned. I'd been trying to talk to him about this for months at this point. And then by July, I ended up signing him up for his employee assistance program so he could access therapy. But he didn't think he needed it. And we then started talking about, hey, do you want me to come with you? Do you want to do couples therapy? Do we need to actually work through this together? It's impacting our relationship. It's affecting me. It's affecting you. This isn't good. And what ended up happening is he would say all the right things, but he never moved on it. And I think I kept making excuses because he is a very kind person and he says the sweetest things, but as you all know, it's all about what you do and not what you say. So that's kind of where things started going downhill, and I'll continue on and sharing this journey. Today is an okay day. I got my hair cut last night, which took off a good 12 inches, and it makes me feel a little bit sad that I lost all that hair that I was growing, but that's okay. I mean, it looks okay, I think. But yes, thank you for joining me again. I will update you maybe a little later with more. Thanks.